and how's it going, everybody? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest next-gen gaming news, and we are back at it again with these Zenimax trademarks. Back at it again with some giant monster news, with some Starfield, with some Spy Team, and it seems like we're in some kind of infinite loop of Zenimax trademarks because they have filed yet another one. And as always, I'm gonna record my screen, that way you can see my bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, and that way you can look up this information for yourself. And if you want to let everyone else know that your bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0% as well, you can actually buy a t-shirt for only $22, shipping included if you're inside of the continental US. If you're outside of the continental US, you may just have to pick up the shipping cost, but we can still ship it to you. Just send me an email to workwithskullzi@gmail and I can hook you up. But anyway, let's get to that information. We're gonna start our journey right here on the Deathloop, and no, don't worry, Deathloop isn't some kind of crazy trap that Todd Howard set up for you. It is actually the latest Zenimax trademark. Now, in case you don't know, I feel like I have to explain this on all these videos. Zenimax is the corporate entity that owns Bethesda Softworks. Bethesda Softworks is the publishing company that publishes games for a lot of game studios, Machine Games, id Studios, and Bethesda Game Studios. And Bethesda Game Studios is the company that makes Fallout and The Elder Scrolls. So this trademark is owned by Zenimax, so it could be under any game company. It could be Bethesda Game Studios, it could be id Studios, it could be Machine Games, it could be a lot of people. But anyway, we're still gonna investigate this because, as previously shown and as I've proven in other videos, that this is definitely not going to be some sort of fire extinguisher or vending machine or anything. This is actually a video game, and we know that by the Class 9 trademark and all of these other things down here. But there are some interesting things to this Deathloop trademark, and of course it costs money and takes time, and there's actual trademark fees, attorney fees associated with filing these trademarks. So Zenimax isn't gonna file something like Deathloop without some sort of plan for this asset. And it even goes further than this, because if we look at this trademark even deeper, so deep that it hurts. Sorry, Deathloop, but we gotta do this for your own good. If we go ahead and we look up more information on this, you can see that they did indeed file Deathloop with a 44D, which means that it was filed at first under a foreign entity so that they can kind of hide the trademark for a little bit before they actually had to do more public work with the trademark. So that means that this trademark was filed in a foreign country where people like me can't access that database without physically going there to look the information up, and this allows companies like Zenimax a certain amount of time to have these trademarks and these games not completely visible to the public, and that way the media like me can't talk about these new games, these new projects, and whatever Deathloop is. Hopefully Deathloop isn't Todd Howard and Pete Hines' new plans for world domination, but it most definitely is a game, or at least something related to a game. It's some sort of software or program that has to do with a game, most definitely. In my opinion, it probably is either a game or a DLC or something. Maybe it could be a DLC for Prey, maybe it could be a DLC for Doom, maybe it could be some kind of online component for any of these games. It could be a mobile game of some kind, it could be maybe even a battle royale online game. Who knows what it is, but whatever it is, it was filed by Zenimax very recently, in fact December 26th of 2018, meaning it could be Bethesda Game Studios related. Now if we try to look any deeper into this, there's really nothing else to find. The attorney behind this filing is the same attorney that filed Starfield, so that is interesting. Of course, she did file other things, other trademarks not completely related to Bethesda Game Studios, so that doesn't mean anything on its own. And then if we look at the documents, the only documents that are here is the actual quote-unquote logo that was filed with this trademark, and along with this logo is the actual pending application. And as I've shown you in previous videos, the pending application is actually the very first stage of a process that a new trademark or patent goes through, so this is very, very, very new. In fact, a patent attorney for the US Patent and Trademark Office is currently overlooking this situation right now, currently overlooking the Deathloop trademark to see if it's legit, and I'll be watching this to let you guys know how this progresses as time goes, and I'll definitely be looking in the Deathloop to see if I can find any bits of information to identify what this could be. And as always, I want to know what you have to say about this situation down in the comments below. Let me know down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet and may get featured in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know when it comes to next-gen gaming news, or just gaming news in general. Follow me on Twitter for the latest channel updates or random shit about me. Come follow me over on Twitch, where I am a Twitch affiliate and I am streaming almost daily. Check out the channel Discord chat server, where there is always an awesome and active conversation taking place. And if you want to have your hand in providing future content and protecting the channel from bullshit video takedowns, then consider subscribing to the community on Patreon, where you can earn unique and awesome awards. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time, when it turns out that Deathloop is just some kind of conspiracy to take out the competition. Ooh, Bethesda going Dark Brotherhood, I see.
Bye, have a great time.